feel a lot
Hello
better.
and welcome. This is a tour of my construction of Starlight Drive-In settlement. I wanted to share this primarily because in one of the servers I'm in, the topic of the week is Fallout, and I'm rather excited to share this with them. Brief disclaimer: this is on my Xbox, and I've been mostly playing on PC. And due to the issues with the anniversary update's BA2 limit being broken, I don't know if I've got every settlement construction piece installed. Some parts of this may be missing or absent, and I'm not even fully aware. So we're going to find out together shortly. Let's begin. I have not done anything over there yet, just as a quick disclaimer, everything's mostly been inside. So for one, we have a barn here. We're growing all of our crops in a nice secure
Yeah.
area, which leads out that'll come later, leads out to the outskirts of the central area. I've done my best to furnish these houses up. I clearly have not gone fully in on lighting. I'm still working on some of these outer areas, or at least I was. Militarized Minutemen installed, so there's garrisons of them here, as well as the local precinct. Another house here. This is the shitter, that's all I have to say on that. Another note I just wanted to make, and I clearly failed at it here, was trying to put a chimney over every stove in the houses. I guess in this case it's a poop vent. Over here we have the maintenance and utility area for the town's main water purifier. It's all rigged up in its own separate place with a dedicated repairman. Like I said, over here is like the little Minutemen garrison. They've got donuts and weapons and stuff. The man in charge. Next up, again, dedicated home. Everything tried to be furnishing up nicely. That's what this leads to as well. This one's a little further out of the way, though, and nicer fridge. Bit of a fitness nut. Ignore the pie in the fridge. He's definitely a fitness nut, I promise. Up next, we have the main power generator. Yeah, for a second there, I thought the door was gone. Ignore that. This is a larger, more communal housing area. All of these dormitories are in one confined place. Stairwell on the outside to save room. I should do more to these hallways when they increase the storage limit, if I do return to Xbox and don't start the settlement again. And then obviously this was the town square. I've sort of glazed over that. We'll cover that building in a moment. Up here is, I guess, the town mayor. Ignore the goofy hat. I don't know how they got that. Over here, the workshop, I just sort of built over it into another person's home. They've got like a desk and some looking out stops. I'm forgetting how to speak English. Over here is supposed to be like I guess a strip mall. You got a little security desk, security person, the general store directly across from the clothing store. This is a lore bit. I like to have patches on the Minutemen to denote where they'd come from before, so in that case, the mall's watched by a former gunner. And then on the roof of this lovely solid wood building, the old Minuteman office, and the artillery battery. Your guess is as good as mine as to how the building won't cave in from the recoil. It's just funny. As for them, that patch means they were in the fight to destroy the Institute. Lore is unrelated to the building, but I'm sharing it. This is not consensual. Over here we have the main choke and puke eateries. We've got a Slocum's Joe on the ground floor, run by this fine fellow. Healthy dosage of donuts galore. Nuka-Cola decoration, and we've got over here the stairwell to go up into the bar. I want to go with a nice bit of mood lighting. On the Deathclaw head, he totally did not kill that on his own. You know he did not kill that on his own. And from here, we will go down, which leads out to another little side road. Down here, this is just an individual's home. There's nothing really in here. Just, grill out back, chilling. But this does lead back up. Over here, though, to get to the other side, I did put a tunnel in under the foundation. This is another home right here. Nuka-Cola lamp. Caught on a rail. To the left, we have the town's gun store. Very nicely stocked. I clearly forgot a Mystic gun mod on reinstalling everything. I'll have to replace that with something else. And I tried to decorate back here as nicely as I could. Boxes full of spare weapons and ammunition, the workbench, minigun on display. And then upstairs we have the actual home. Nice stove and fridge setup. Nice large desk to keep track of orders for ammunition going to caravans, I guess. I'm not fully sure. Over here we have the town salon. He's just chilling. Not a lot to it. He lives in there. Doesn't do much. Up here... Oh! Up here we have a banana peel. Excuse me. Up here we have the armor shop. Nice lovely bed. Couple armor sets on display. I went around scavenging all of these to physically put in there myself. Down here we have the town clinic. This was, I guess, not done, or I was so lazy that I said it's done when I was working on it. Over here we have another person's home, right next to the purifier. You can imagine how miserable it is sleeping in there. Again, need to go in and decorate that. And lastly, we have this house, which belongs to a fisherman. Interestingly enough, this is the second time I've built Starlight Drive-In like this. The first time, it was all sort of condensed to the back, but when the next gen update came out, I thought that the entire thing was broken and that I'd have to start a new save, just to find out that did nothing. So I built it up more to spread it out further. But this is the entire settlement. I'll probably make another one of these videos for, I think, Vault 88, but that's far from done. And I don't think any other settlements are built up as much as this one, so I guess we'll find out together.